Hey, and welcome to day 2 of the Reset Her Bootcamp Challenge. How did you find yesterday? If you haven't posted yet in the Facebook book group, do let me know. And please do post your growth work as well, so you can be in for the running for one of our fantastic prizes. And just more importantly, just to hold yourself accountable to change something. End of the day, you signed up for this bootcamp for a reason, so follow through on that action. So day 2. Today, we are going to be talking about Nourish Her, the second step of the 6-step Her method. And Nourish Her is where real vitality begins. And where day 1, where yesterday was all about reconnecting your mind and body so they work together, not against each other, obviously, you discovered how your thoughts, your emotions, your habits shaped your hormones, cravings, and ability to create the lasting change. Today, in day 2, we're going to take that awareness even deeper, because not only do you need to understand the connection between your inner world and your body, the next step is learning how to nourish that connection so your body finally feels safe enough to let go, restore balance, and respond in a whole new way. So today I want you to think about how do you nourish your body is the first question I have to you. Do you do it? As women are very guilty of not doing it. So I want to take you into the part of nourishment that truly changes everything. Not just for what you eat, but how your body feels living inside your life. Because vitality does not begin with a meal plan. It begins with whether your body feels safe enough to thrive. And so many women believe the answer is more discipline, more control, more willpower. But your body does not respond to pressure. It responds to safety, consistency, and care. And that's why today we focus on nourishment at every single level, because your nervous system, your energy, your hormones, your relationship with food, and your mind, because these are, when these are supported, everything starts to shift. Simple as that. So let us begin with something that so many women struggle with: cravings. Who has cravings? And cravings are often seen as weakness, a lack of control, failure, but cravings are not the problem. They are just the information. Your body never asks for something without a reason. And sometimes cravings are physical. It could be low protein, which leads to consistent hunger. It could be blood sugar dips, which creates sudden urges for sugar or carbohydrates, for example. Lack of sleep increases appetite hormones. Dehydration feels like hunger. And sometimes cravings are emotional. And stress drives the body to seek comfort. Overwhelm creates the need for relief, and loneliness looks for connection. And exhaustion looks for quick energy. And sometimes cravings are nervous system driven too. So if your body feels unsafe, it looks for fast reassurance, sugar, carbs, caffeine, alcohol, maybe, all give a quick fix of comfort. And this is not because you're weak, not because you got no willpower, but it's because your body is trying to regulate itself the only way it knows how to. But hey, here's the most part women have never been taught, I suppose. It's cravings can also be habit-based. Your brain learns patterns, right? We learned that yesterday. It's the mind and body connection. Your brain learns the patterns, and it learns that at a certain time of the day or a certain emotional state, a certain food or drink maybe brings relief. A certain habit brings relief. And over time, this becomes automatic. We are like little robots running around. It's all automatic. It's all unconsciously wired into us. It's not a conscious choice. Not a lack of discipline, but the wiring. It's the settings of your mind. And this is where reprogramming the mind becomes a game changer, because your brain is not fixed. It's adaptable. We said that yesterday as well. It can be rewired. Therefore, every craving is not just a signal from your body, it's also a pattern from your nervous system. And when you change the pattern, the craving changes too. So this is how you supercharge your success, not by fighting yourself, not by beating yourself up and saying, I've got no willpower, but by retraining your inner world to work with you, not against you. So when you begin to reprogram the mind, you start shifting the route. You change how your body responds to stress. You change how your body seeks comfort. You change how your body creates safety. And instead of your brain saying, I need sugar to cope, or I need another glass of wine, it says, I can breathe. I can pause. I can choose something that's truly nourishing me now. And this is not about forcing new habits. It's about installing new defaults. So that over time, the healthy choice becomes a natural choice, all unconsciously driven, not through effort, not through pushing through, but through identity. And this is what rewiring action means. You become the woman who responds differently, who feels differently, who chooses differently. And this is how success becomes sustainable. So let us bring this back to nourishment at the deepest level now, because when your nervous system is supported, your cravings change. When your sleep improves, your cravings change. When your hydration improves, your cravings change. When your mindset softens, your cravings change. And when your mind is reprogrammed, your cravings change at the root level. And this is why real vitality begins with the foundations of recovery, breathwork, sleep, hydration, and nervous system regulation. Not as extras, not as a nice to have, but as the base layer, the foundation of everything else. And your body, I suppose your body does not heal in effort, it heals in rest. And when you're constantly pushing, cortisol stays high, inflammation builds quietly, hormones stay under strain, fat loss becomes harder. But when you begin to allow recovery, even in the smallest of ways, your body receives messages such as, I am safe now, I can let go. And your breath becomes a bridge back to calm. Slow breathing tells your nervous system you're not under threat. Digestion improves. Cravings soften. Energy becomes steady. Sleep becomes your reset button. Poor sleep increases hunger hormones and lowers fullness hormones. But this is not willpower. This is biology, because hydration becomes cellular nourishment. Every cell relies on water, right? And even mild dehydration increases fatigue and cravings. So nervous system regulation ties all this together, because if your body stays in survival mode, no amount of healthy eating will fully land. So let's now talk about food in a completely different way. Not rules, not restriction, but relationship. Balanced, hormone supportive nourishment is not about eating less. It's about eating in a way that stabilizes your blood sugar and supports your nervous system. Protein with meals, for example, healthy fats for hormones, fiber for digestion, not extremes, not punishments, but consistency and care. But nourishment is not just about what you eat, it's how you eat and why you eat. Emotional eating is not a failure, it's communication. Your body is asking for comfort, rest, connection, and or safety. And when you combine emotional awareness and mind reprogramming, something really powerful happens. You stop reacting and you start choosing. And your body is circular by nature. And there are times where lighter foods feel good, feel better, times when grounding foods feel more supportive, times when rest matters more than productivity. And for women, especially in menopause and postmenopause, nourishment shifts yet again. More protein, more minerals, more hydration, and more gentleness, not less food, better support, and eating food at the right time of your cycle, even if you don't have one. And we'll be talking more about that on Tuesday, actually. So, slowing down how you eat changes everything. Chewing, tasting, sensing hunger, noticing fullness. This is nervous system nourishment in action. And finally, nourishment should feel good. Rituals, pleasure, presence. Because when nourishment feels safe, your body stops holding on. So I want to leave you with something practical today. I've got 6 practical areas for you to focus on over the weekend. Not all at once, not perfectly, just gently, consistently. These are your Nourish Her foundations. So 1, begin by stabilizing your mornings. Start your day calm. Drink water before coffee. Try not to have coffee in the first 90 minutes upon wakening. Take 3 slow breaths as you wake up, and this sets your nervous system tone for the day. 2, eat to support blood sugars by adding protein to meals, not skipping meals, and balancing your plate, because this reduces cravings and energy crashes. Hydrate with intention. Number 3, carry water. Add minerals or salt as an electrolyte if you feel it's needed. And notice how often thirst is disguised as hunger. 4 is create 1 daily calm ritual. Maybe 5 minutes of breathing, maybe listen to a meditation, which I've got for you here today as well. Maybe a quiet cup of tea, a slow walk. Something that tells your body, I am safe here right now. 5, reprogram your response to cravings. Instead of asking, why am I like this? Ask, what pattern am I ready to change? Pause, breathe, and choose a new response. This is rewiring action. Super powerful. And finally, number 6, nourish your identity. So begin seeing yourself as the woman who listens to her body, a woman who responds with care, not criticism, a woman who chooses nourishment over punishment. Because when you nourish your body at every level, physically, emotionally, energetically, mentally, your body no longer needs to shout through the cravings, because that's what's happening. It begins with a whisper through nutrition and intuition. And that is when you supercharge your success, not by fighting yourself, but by becoming the woman that works with herself. And that is real vitality. So that's day 2. Remember to submit your growth work. The growth work is attached to the email, and there is a safe meditation I've attached to the email as well, which is in the button. So do listen to that. Listen to it, once or twice a day over the next few days, and see how you get on with it. And do let me know how it resonates with you. And do post in the Facebook group and keep chatting to each other. Let us know, and do come on for the Q&As and so forth. So I'm with you next on Monday. Me and Rich are going live in the Facebook group, questions live, so we can answer them. And we look forward to seeing you then. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.